It's the end of November again, somehow, inexplicably. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this, Americans. It's Thanksgiving today, which means Survivor Series is right round the corner. And that also means it's one of the original Big Four, which means a hefty punishment to go with it. This is going to be a double punishment fortnight.
Woo!
Oh.
All the good stuff for all the good people, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you get over to patreon.com/cultaholic, you can see some of the punishments that we've been subjected to already. I mean, I got shot with the paintball gun.
Yep.
I mean, they're getting so much worse.
They are. Mr. Punishment Master Ross Sweddle is very hard at work this time of year, making sure that we are suffering as much as we possibly can. But do you know what I'm not suffering about, Sam?
What?
This bloody card, because do you know why?
Why?
It's the best time of the year, because Io Sky gets in a bin and she jumps off a bloody big cage. I'm so excited, Sam.
Well, without further ado, these are our predictions for Survivor Series WarGames 2025. So first up, I guess we'll start with your favourite, shall we, Andrew?
Yes.
The little bin lady herself.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Women's WarGames match, AJ Lee, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax. Who are you going for and why? Do I even need to ask?
You don't even need to ask. Bin! Come on! Is Io Sky and the bin ladies, they're going to win. I'm excited about this. Do you know what? Sort of rule dictates within these War Games matches that it tends to be the baby faces that come out on top of this. Now, the babyface team, I'm going to contradict myself a little bit here with what I'm going to say in this one, as opposed to one that I'll say a little later. The team is absolutely stacked, and that's nothing against the heel team at all. The team on the babyface side of things is absolutely stacked, and my MVP, Io Sky, is in there, and she's gonna get a bin. And what she did a bin salt last year. We got the bin body the year before. What's gonna happen now? Is Rhea gonna put her in the bin, put the lid on the bin, pick up the bin, and then just knock people out whilst Io is in the bin? That's a possibility, and I'm getting too excited thinking about this. But I think just with the way everything is going, now I could see sort of Becky Lynch getting the pin on AJ Lee on the heel side of things to sort of further that feud a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I could also see AJ Lee getting the pin on Becky Lynch here, and then Becky being like, look, you beat me in tag team affairs before. Let's see what happens in a one-on-one and see if you can do best at beat me.
Yeah.
Which is what I could also see happening. But because my bin lady is in this match, I'm being big old simp for the bin lady. Come on, the baby faces. Who you got for?
So similar to you, I think I've gone with a decision that sort of ties into something that I think is going to happen later on in the night.
Oh.
But I also think that we're a bit too used to that sort of formula, aren't we?
No,
We're
are.
a bit too used to Io getting in the bin and jumping off and nothing happening to her.
But-
So what about her just getting like caught in Samoan drop this year by Nia Jax?
No!
What about just getting absolutely? What if the faces all get handcuffed to the side of the cage and it's just Io just getting beaten up by all the heels?
No! We can't have this!
Breaking his little heart here. Look, I think that I can see the face victory, but I think the heel team here don't need to do anything pretty. All they've got to do is let the faces tire themselves out and strike at the right moment. So I think that we get maybe a bit of a undeserved victory here in WarGames, like a bit of a kind of just a cheeky little roll-up or something that doesn't quite fit with the theme of the match.
Yeah.
Because I think that we get something that's maybe just a little bit out of there, or we maybe have some malfunctions at the junctions and then they take sort of charge from there. So I'm going for the heels, but as I said, it does tie into a decision I made later.
Next up for the WWE Intercontinental Title, we have John Cena, Wabadoo the champion, up against one Dominik Mysterio. Who are you going for, Sam, and why?
Well, Dominik's just dropped it.
He has just dropped it.
So I don't see, of all people, John Cena dropping it back.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that obviously I can see Dominik coming back in, taking the title, status quo resumes. But at the same time, we're heading towards Cena's final match. And I don't know what it is, but part of me thinks that if you defend it at the end, then you're also getting a title out of beating Cena. And if it is Gunther, yes, he's sort of done that whole thing, but it means that we kind of just loop back around to what was a glorious time. So man. I think that Gunther might not have, the 600-odd day reign, but he can still be that capable, like, mid-level boss in the holding pattern while everything else is playing out from the fallout of what I think is going to happen here.
Damn it.
But at the same time, I can kind of see Dominik just getting it back. But I think Cena carrying it through. Dominik's already mega champion. I think it's time for Dominik to be pushed up
Even
the card a bit.
more mega
so
champion.
I think that, Cena carrying it through to his final match, dropping it in his final match, or just retiring it altogether. He's like, oh, it's hated, this belt. He just walks off.
I said I was going on a real world champion. This is going on with me. I can see your argument there, sir. And I was, as always, famously within these pictures videos, predictions videos, and ahhing
It's a
about everything.
50-50 card, isn't it?
That's
Places.
it. I'm going to go for Dominik Mysterio to get the championship back. We are in San Diego, California for this fair PLE, and which is where Dominik Mysterio is also from. But wrestling sometimes dictates you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to win in your hometown. But I feel like if we're heading into the final match at Saturday night's main event with John Cena, and he's still the IC champion, and it is up against Gunther, as you said, to me, we've already seen that
It's a little bit of a step backwards unless there's somebody else waiting to take it from Gunther.
Exactly. And I think we like to talk about Cena, or Cena even likes to talk about making stars within these sort of, within this final run that he's doing. And I think what better way to make a star than Dominik Mysterio
getting
in his
injured,
hometown.
and then Alex Riley comes back. Alex Riley gets his win over Cena. He retires Cena in the final match as well, and he's IC champion.
No. None of that. I think Dom gets his win back here, whether it's by hook or by crook, I don't know. Maybe at the end, John Cena, maybe they just have a really good one-on-one match, and Cena's like, let's raise Dom's arm at the end, because everybody's going to go absolutely ready or rental for Dom in San Diego, California. I just feel like going into that match at Saturday night's main event, his final match with the IC title on the line, if Gunther wins that, then I'm kind of like, we've already had the long reign with Gunther, and I just don't really see. If it is, it might not be. That's a good point, actually. If it does put someone else up, well, I mean, we'll see. My mind is focused on Gunther for some reason, but my mind is also focused on Dominik Mysterio getting back his championship. I was doing box dances and all sorts. Then we'll start about, don't know, arms.
Arms. Next up, the WWE Women's World Title is on the line as Stephanie Vaquer defends it against Nickington Bella.
Nickington Bella?
Who have you got and why?
Well, dear sir, Elbeen. Well, I have gone for Stephanie Vaquer to retain the championship.
Yeah.
It's weird because this kind of just feels like filler for when maybe a Liv Morgan returns, or maybe after like the WarGames stuff, we get Stephanie versus Rhea in some sort of big match as well, which they teased months ago at this point. It kind of just feels like filler. I've enjoyed, to an extent, the stuff that Nikki has been doing. And do you know what? I could even see after Brie was talking about, well, I'd like to have a little bit of another run or something.
And she's like, you stay away. I don't want to get lumbered with the tag title. I want main event
I want the big one.
I want the big one.
But imagine if Brie comes back and then costs Stephanie the championship, and then Nikki's the champion. But that, to me, doesn't feel very tantalizing. And in sort of Stephanie's first proper feud with this championship, it feels weird.
It's only a second high-profile, like, proper defense, isn't it? Yeah.
So, like, it feels weird for her to just drop it within this feud when there's definitely bigger things for her past this. Sorry, Nikki Bella, that seemed very rude of me to say that there, but I don't think the time's right for it. I really don't think the time's right. It just feels like a bit of filler before we get to something a little bit bigger. What do you think?
Similar to you. I think that it's, again, second defense. Stephanie Vaquer is probably one of the most popular talents the company has. She's drawn a lot of eyes to the product. She's very popular with the audience. Of course, Nikki Bella is as well. Yeah. And, like, you know, I'm not saying I can't see Nikki Bella holding gold again. I definitely think she could do it. For me, it just feels a little bit kind of, it's like, it could still boil over into a nice feud, but it feels like we've kind of arrived at this point a little bit too quickly. So for me, I mean, unless we're going to get, like, John and Nikki reunite and walk off into the sunset or something, both clinking their belts together.
Oh, wait, no, John's married now. I can't do that. No, he's not kissing. Well, the belts can kiss. The belts can kiss,
yeah. They're just touching belts. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think that, you know, I'm not saying I can't see Nikki with the gold. I can, but I just think it would have required maybe a little bit more going into it.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
It just makes sense for me that Stephanie Vaquer is going to keep hold.
Go on.
Yeah.
And finalimo in the men's War Games match, we have Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns and the Usos versus Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul, baby. Who are you going for and why, Sam?
Now, might be just looking at it just purely objectively here. Just purely objectively. Look at the state of that men's face side.
It's insane.
It got that alone's probably cost them like 3 mil, 4 mil for the night. It's insane.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, obviously, we've got the tantalizing prospect of the Vision.
Yes.
Getting a massive win here. Now, I think for me, like Vision winning would be right up my street. But at the same time, this has already pivoted and shifted so much.
Yes.
Like, just as a storyline. Seth's injuries kind of thrown things out a bit.
Absolutely.
Everything's kind of flailing around in the breeze. We had Brock fall over on his arse. It was hilarious. But I think that maybe potentially we start to see very early on just a bit of a crack here within the Vision. Maybe it's nothing major. Maybe it's nothing super substantial. But I think we get a babyface victory.
Ooh.
And I think that whoever takes the pin, Bron Breakker ain't going to be pleased because it ain't going to be him.
Ooh.
And I think that we might start to see a bit more of a, no, like, I'm the Vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he becomes sort of the new prototype, blueprint type.
I could
like,
see that.
Yeah. So for me, I'm more tantalized by the prospect of the Vision because everybody's like, they're going to win, they're going to win, they're going to win. The idea of them losing here, because they do like to swerve from time to time.
They do. I am going to... Ooh. Now, this has happened many a time before in a War Games match where I've thought the heels would be the ones to benefit coming out of this the most.
Yeah.
And then it always ends up the babyfaces win. Whoopee.
It's just crowd just going, yeah.
But I'm going with my heart over my head, and I'm going to say that the Vision come out on top in this one. Granted, as you said, the babyface side absolutely stacked as anything, but throughout the weeks and the build-up, there's been these little moments where it's been like, well, obviously they're not on the same page. Roman Reigns is a stupid man. What? Why is he such a stupid man? Like,
he's barely there.
The Monday
he doesn't
before,
know what's going on.
The Monday before, he's like, that title looked good on my shoulder, guys. You know, the two people who I'm also in this match with on my team, I am planting seeds of doubt in your minds. And also, Jey Uso. I feel like Jey Uso's a bit of a loose cannon in this. I think there might be a heel turn. And I think it might cost the babyface team and give the Vision team the win. And I just feel like the Vision would benefit so much more. Bron Breakker specifically, if we're looking to build him as a main event WrestleMania guy, having a really decisive pinfall victory over one of the champions. Oh my goodness gracious.
Or just having him like pick up Bronson Reed and throw him off the top of the cage and be like, nobody lose again.
That's the new Benson Reed.
It was just putting Bronson Reed on a head and then jumping up.
Oh, hey, would I be opposed to seeing that?
Would I be into that?
Remains to be seen. I guess we'll see on Saturday. But yeah, I just feel like in me waters, I tell thee, I think it's going to be the heel team winning.
Heel team 6.
Heel team 6. That's
It's just 5 of them though.
Oh yeah, that's true. No,
there's Heyman.
There's Heyman.
Yeah. Heel team 6. So that's it for our Survivor Series War Games 2025 predictions. You got any predictions? Leave them below. Tell us how wrong we are, or how right we are, or how right I am.
Nah.
And how wrong Andrew is. That'd be grand. No, I'm not losing the belt again.
Oh, okay.
But either way, yeah, we're going to be live from 10 p.m. Right here on the channel, youtube.com/cultaholic/live through the pre-show. And yeah, come and join us. I think the room will be live probably
it's
now. It's
live! I've done
You
it!
gotta leave messages and stuff already.
You can, if you
Yeah.
want. He always says abuse. Don't say abuse.
We'll have all of the usual stuff come out the back of it. There'll be WTF moments over on the Patreon. We have, of course, got a punishment with this being one of the major PLEs of the year, which will also be over on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/cultaholic. If you haven't been in a while, please do check it out. We are restructuring it sort of bit by bit, and there's a whole new load of juicy things on there, including Cultaholic After Dark.
Oh, naughty.
But yeah, we'll catch you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Ben!